Hi everyone, this is Shannon from theirishscrapper.com, and today we are going to do a cute Valentine's card. I know since most of you are probably ramping up for Valentine's and kids parties and co-workers, etc. So I created this simple Valentine's card, and we're going to show you how to do that. So for our supplies today, we are using a piece of thick Whisper white cardstock. This is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, and I've already scored that. I am using a piece of smoky slate. This is 4 by 5 1/4. I have a piece of pink pirouette, 3 3/4 by 5. I have a piece of rose red, and this is 3 3/4 by 2.5. I have two strips of our 1/8 inch silver ribbon. We are going to use that to wrap this piece as well as create a bow. And then I've already punched out a decorative label from our decorative label punch. And then you need to make 2 slits to run your ribbon through. I actually used the corner trio punch, which is currently retired, so if you have that in your collection, feel free to use it. You could use a hole punch, you could, cut your own slits, whatever works for you. We're also going to be using the Happy Heart embossing folder. I have a piece of Blushing Bride glimmer paper. And then for our ink pads, we're going to be using Smoky Slate and Rose Red, beautiful colors together. And then to create our sentiment, I'm actually using the stamp set out of the January 2017 Paper Pumpkin Kit. So just giving you another option for using the stamp sets that are exclusive to Paper Pumpkin. We're going to use that today. Alright, so let's get started. Let me bring back my layers here. We can go ahead and adhere our smoky slate. So I'm going to take my fast fuse. Oops. I'll put a little more there. Have a little bit of that glimmer paper. It is beautiful and glittery. You do lose a little bit, so I don't know how you like to keep your space, but you'll have a little bit of glitter from that paper. Alright, so let's bring in the big shot real quick and we'll emboss our pink pirouette. So I have the regular big shot plant form. I have a cutting plate here. We're going to take our Happy Hearts embossing folder. I am going to line that up and then put my other cutting plate on top and roll that through. And then we can get rid of our big shot. If you do not have a big shot, it is the absolute best tool. I highly recommend it. It'd be a perfect thing to get yourself for, a special occasion, birthday, if you're saving up, or it's a great gift. It really is, and so versatile and gives you so much more opportunity in your crafting. Alright, so there is our hearts. That looks good. Let's get the fast fuse. Because this piece is embossed, I am going to put adhesive around all 4 corners. So that we don't have it pop up on us. I'm going to put a little bit more in the center. Okay. And then we will line this up. Looks good. Isn't that fun? I love these colors together. Okay, so now I have the piece of rose red, and on my original I had it laid on the card about here, but before I adhere that, I want to wrap it with my 1/8 inch silver ribbon. So I'm going to put a little bit of fast fuse on the edge of this. And I'm going to do my best. Let me run this through my label. So I'm going to run it through the back of the label. Just like this. Okay, and then I'm going to try to center that. You could even offset it if you'd like. I actually intended on offsetting it on my original design, and then I changed my mind. Okay, and then you still have the option of moving this, so that looks good. Alright, so now with that down, now we can add a little bit more adhesive, and I'm doing that because I'm putting it onto the embossed top layer. So I want to be sure it doesn't come up. Alright, and then I'm going to lay that down right there. Looks good. Okay, and then now I'm going to make myself a little bow. Alright, and now I'm just going to take a glue dot. I'm going to take my paper piercer, and I'm going to fold the glue dot in half and grab that with my piercer. And then I'm going to put that right onto the back of my bow. And then I'm going to lay that right there. And then you can still adjust your label. Okay, and then we're ready to do some stamping. Alright, so we'll start with the rose red. This is a beautiful tone of color. I know some people kind of pass by this. This is a part of the Regal's color collection, and it is a beautiful color to use if you don't already have this. I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorites. Okay, so I'm inking up that heart from Paper Pumpkin, and what I'm going to try to do is use the two tips of the decorative label to help me line up my heart. Okay, that one was a little high. Then I'm going to open up our smoky slate, and I'm going to take the Happy Valentine's Day and ink that up, and then that is also going to go in the center of our heart. Looks good. Alright, and then there is a little cluster of hearts in this Paper Pumpkin set, so I'm going to grab that and I'm going to stamp that in the lower corners of our label. So it's a little cluster of 3 hearts. I'm going to take my rose red again, and I am going to just stamp those in the little round parts at the edge of that label. Okay, so that's done for stamping. Close these up real quick. Now I do have my clear Wink of Stella, and I am going to just run that over the hearts that we just stamped, just to give it a little bit of shine. And you'll be able to see in person that it does make the slightest difference in those hearts. Okay, and then I have about 9 or 10 little tiny hearts that I punched with the Blushing Bride glimmer paper. So I'm actually using the cookie cutter punch and this little heart here on the edge. And I'll show you, if you don't squeeze your punch all that hard, you can punch that heart without punching the other images, okay, in that set. And you will get your heart. So that'll take a little bit of time. That's why I pre-punched those before the video. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my fine tip glue, and I'm just going to put down, let me see how many I have. I have 9 hearts here punched. So I'm going to put 9 dots of the fine tip glue. on my project, and then I'm going to lay down those hearts. So let me get a little bit of a blow. Okay, so I'm going to try not to disturb those while they dry. I'm going to bring in my bone folder and give that a nice crease. And that completes our project. Isn't that cute? I love this. I love the soft colors. That rose red really pops. And with the Blushing Bride Glimmer and the Wink of Stella, I think it's just a perfect match. So I love it. I hope. So again, I thank you guys so much for watching. I look forward to being back with you real soon. Bye-bye.